Can we get to the other side of the bridge? While that may not be a big question when it comes to learning how to drive, it certainly was a big question to hundreds of motorists in 2016 when they became stranded overnight on a bridge in a huge city. How they spent the night and survived the cold is a lesson on having a winter survival kit in your car. And that has a lot to do with learning how to drive in winter weather. Washington, D.C., the nation's capital, home of 527,000 licensed motorists. It's where you'll find the Woodrow Wilson Memorial Bridge, 12 lanes wide, connecting Virginia and Maryland, spanning the Potomac River. On any weekday, 250,000 vehicles use this bridge to get to work, crossing twice a day. It's a normal part of living here. An abundance of jobs all within 15-20 miles from home. Crossing the Wilson Bridge, well, it's nothing anybody thinks about. Wednesday, January 20th, 2016. The normal drive home turns ugly.
Right now, please just stay put inside your house, inside your office, wherever you happen to be, stay there. People who are going out are finding the roadways treacherous. Even the main roadways are slippery and people are sliding. Everything is going to be slower than normal and it is going to take you a long time to get where you're going. Here's where we have
what was supposed to be a dusting of an inch of snow that evening turned out to be the reason why some didn't make it home until Thursday morning. The 1 inch of accumulation did come, but it all turned to ice.
Here's where we have a lot of the accidents. Let's start out on the Beltway.
The real nightmare was unfolding back at the Woodrow Wilson Bridge. The bridge is over a mile long, in the air, allowing the ice to literally shut down the roadway. Road crews were dispatched, but many of them couldn't make it out of their own house. All of those caught in this would remain here until Thursday morning.
And people are sliding. Everything is going to be slower than normal and it is going to take you a long time to get where you're going.
So what can we do to be prepared for something like this? One thing to do is use the technology you have around you right now. Most likely your cell phone displays the current temperature and will give you the current conditions ahead. That's good if someone's riding with you to use the cell phone to help plot out your course. Traveling alone, let the car help you with its resources. Today, cars have everything, information at our fingertips. The center of the console, pretty much the entertainment system. The car even gives you the outside temperature, so there's no reason to be guessing what conditions are like outside. So when it starts raining, and the temperature gets below 32 degrees or the freezing mark, then we know conditions outside are changing. Plan your trip ahead. Know what's coming, especially a blizzard. It's time to talk about things to keep in the car during the winter in case you get stuck somewhere. We'll break it down into 3 categories: things to stay warm, food to eat, and technical stuff. Pack a few things to stay warm. Bring an extra coat, gloves, socks. You may have to walk, and your feet will be cold. And bring a small blanket. Bring something to eat, energy bars, maybe a small box of cereal, snacks, and a bottle of water. When it comes to technical things, pack an ice scraper, a small candle or a can of Sterno that you can light to keep warm, a flashlight with fresh batteries, and a phone charger. And don't forget kitty litter. Kitty litter provides great traction in case you get stuck somewhere. Remember, keep gas in your car. Don't let the fuel level get too low. You may need to stay warm all day or all night if you're stranded somewhere, and you'll need gas to keep your engine running. Keep your phone charged when driving in cold winter weather, especially at night. Keep all of this in a box in the trunk of your car. It's important to remember getting stranded on a snowy day is rare, but with a box containing a few important things, you'll be prepared. On the days when we can get out, clear your windshield of ice and snow. Take time to get all of it. Before the snowstorm or ice storm arrives, it's a good thing to raise your wipers from the windshield. That way they won't be stuck to it in the morning. And don't forget to use your headlights. It's important to be seen in this type of weather. Can you see the car with no headlights? It's important for the snowplows and salt trucks to get through, so leave plenty of room when we're parking along the side of the road. Increase your stopping distance and use your brakes earlier, especially when the road appears to be just wet. When it's freezing outside, the wet road surface can have a paper-thin coating of black ice. Slow down at intersections.
We're going to be contending with the fog for a while still, so if you are headed out, the skies are...
In the mid-Atlantic region, we get fog in winter months. Fog can freeze. The water droplets that make up fog can freeze on bridge surfaces upon contact. And once again, pay attention to the outside temperature when it's foggy and you know it's getting cold outside. Can we get to the other side of the bridge? How hundreds of motorists were asking that on an icy night in the nation's capital in 2016. By watching this video, you now have the knowledge of driving safely during winter weather. And by watching this video, you've made the best choice.
So if you are headed out, the skies are brightening enough, but you still need to have those headlights on to help other drivers see your vehicle. Into Hartford County, 9540 Hartford Road, Ballard Road, they're all in pretty good shape. We're still on the brake, still on